Just one quick little tip when doing stuff like this. Get yourself some baggies, a little permanent marker, and label and write down a little note for all the pieces you take apart. And snap some pictures. I'll be recording everything, so I'll have some video to go back and look at. But that should help you along the way. Right now I'm prepping the install of the Z1 carbon fiber air intakes. I'm just going through all the instructions and parts list to make sure I have everything that I need. And then we're going to start prepping the new pieces to go in. If you haven't already removed your factory air boxes, I have another video you can watch showing how to do that. One of the first things you want to do is remove this fitting from the passenger side inlet. And you'll be fitting it into the new Z1 passenger side hose with the provided clamp. You also have to remove the mass airflow sensor coupler. I don't even know what that's called. I already took the mass airflow sensors out of these. I don't think I was supposed to, but that's the way the instructions kind of read to me. But I think these whole pipes are reused. So yeah, you don't want to remove the mass airflow sensor from this pipe. You want to remove the whole pipe. And it's got 2 Phillips screws holding it onto the factory air box. Alright, in the instructions they have you putting the hoses into the car and lining them up. But I went ahead and started fitting my mass airflow tubing to their included gasket and adapter plate. It doesn't tell you in the instructions which adapter plate goes where. They're identical. So I tried to just match it to the picture. And you're going to want to use the 2 longer bolts. So 4 total in your sensors. So they're the M6 by 20s. The shorter ones are too short. But the instructions doesn't tell you to use the longer or short bolt. So that's just, you know, to help you out a little bit so you're not sitting here scratching your head like I have been. The next step is fitting your filters to your mass airflow housings. You don't tighten them yet. You want to fit them in the gasket inside of the box, or the air box, because there's a certain way they have to go in. So play around with it till you get them lined up, and then you can tighten down the air filter. Here's the best we could get the passenger side line in. The bottom is tight. The directions show this pipe sitting completely flat. Ours is at an angle. I don't know if you can really see it on video, but maybe if I stick the camera down in you can see it. But anyway, it's at a pretty significant angle, so I don't even know if this stuff's gonna fit without like really forcing it, but we're gonna see what happens. Alright, passenger side is in. It ended up lining up okay with the weird angle that was on that coupler, but it definitely seemed like it needed to be a bit longer. And then these 2 bolts are all that's left holding it in. This one was pretty far off. We had to press down real hard on it to get the bolt started. But there it is, the passenger side's in. Okay, driver's side is in. You know, now that I got these completely in the car, like I'm really not happy with the quality of the Z1 intakes. So probably from under the car I can show you better. And I have to show you something else from under there anyway. So let's come down here. Okay, so in the instructions they say there's an AC line bracket that you can bend out of the way. Well, bending it out of the way still doesn't give you enough room for it to clear the bottom of the intake box. So what I ended up doing was taking the bolt off and then sliding it from here all the way up to this position where you can see it. And I just sprayed some WD-40 in there so the rubber would slide along the metal. And then I just very ugly, you know, thing I put here just in case this moves so it doesn't just contact metal to metal. I don't know. So the biggest complaint I have is you reuse these factory pipes, I guess you'd call them. I don't know. You reuse these factory pipes and they fit into the new Z1 hoses, but there's no bevel on these pipes to keep it from like sliding off, basically. With this clamp as tight as I could get it, I was still able to just pull this box out of the hose. So really the only thing holding it in the hose is the 2 screws up top that are securing the box to the frame of the car. So I guess this is just hopefully a good tight air seal. I don't know. I don't trust it. When I fire the car up for the first time, I'll find out, I guess. But overall, I wouldn't even recommend anybody to buy these things. I don't like them.